In this exciting video, I'm going to show you how to take a regular static Encore menu and animate it using Dynamic Link and After Effects. Encore ships with a stock library of tons of assets. We find them here in the library panel on the bottom right of the interface. By default, we're looking at the general set, but the asset that I'm looking for is in the education set. From the education set, I'm going to select the elephant menu and double-click it to add it to my project. Now, this great math-tastic menu is just a static menu. It's greatly designed, the elephant is adorable, but at the same time, there's no life to it. So watch what we can do using Dynamic Link and After Effects. I'm going to select this menu in the project panel. And from the menu, I'm going to select Create After Effects Composition. It asks me where I want to save the PSD file, which is essentially the menu. I'm just going to save it to my desktop. So Encore automatically launches After Effects, and the menu has been brought in as a composition. And I'm going to maximize After Effects fully here so that our view is a little less cluttered. I'm going to double-click this elephant menu composition to open it up. Now, even though this After Effects project has essentially been created for me, I want to go to File, Save As, and then save this file in my Source Files folder so I know exactly where this After Effects project is when I go back to Encore and import it there. So I'm going to call this elephant, save it in my Source Files folder, hit Save. So now I'm ready to animate my elephant menu. Now, the most ideal thing is that we could bring this adorable little elephant to life, and we can. I know that the elephant is in this composition called Background Details. So while holding the Alt key, I'm going to double-click it to open up that composition. Now, it's a little hard to see here, so I'm going to make a temporary white solid layer and drag it underneath the elephant. Now I'm going to select the elephant layer, and I'm going to bring it to life using a brand new tool in After Effects CS3 called the Puppet tool. So I'm going to select the Puppet tool. I'm going to click on the edge of the trunk, and I'm going to set a few more points to anchor this elephant here, 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 and here. Now, what the Puppet tool allows me to do is to grab the edge of the trunk or any one of these points and basically to treat this elephant like a puppet. Watch this. I can now drag the elephant trunk up and down to move it around to animate it. And since the Puppet tool is completely keyframeable, we're going to make this animated elephant the new background in our Encore menu. So I'm going to go down to the timeline. I'm going to make sure that my layer is open. If it's not open, make sure it's open. Make sure that Effects is open, that Puppet is open, and open Mesh 1, open up Deform, open up Puppet Pin 1. That was the first point that we set. And this is the property that we're actually going to animate, the position of the first puppet pin. Now, once you click to create a puppet pin, it automatically creates a keyframe for you. So I'm just going to drag out a little bit here, and move the elephant's trunk, move out in time a little bit more, move it back around. And I'm just going to keep doing this, repeating this over and over again here, dragging it out, just so that there's some movement that goes on in the background of our menu throughout the duration of the motion menu. Now, I've already made 4 keyframes here, and that's enough for this demonstration. So we're going to move the CTI, or current time indicator, a little bit farther. And I'm going to click and drag a marquee to select all the keyframes. Then I'm going to hit Control-C on the PC or Command-C on the Mac to copy. Then I'm going to hit Control or Command-V to paste. Then I'm going to put my current time indicator a little bit farther out, hit Control or Command-V again, and repeat the process until our timeline is full of keyframes. I'm going to hit the Home key to go back to the first frame. Next, I'm going to hit 0 on the numeric keypad to do a RAM preview of our cute little elephant here. Good enough. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to hit my spacebar to stop the playback. Now I'm going to go down to the bottom of the timeline panel and delete this white solid layer. Next, I'm going to go back to Encore. Go to File, Adobe Dynamic Link, Import After Effects Composition. I'm going to open up Source Files and select the elephant.aep file. Open up the NTSC elephant menu and hit OK. The next thing I want to do is add this as a motion menu background. So I'm going to select the After Effects composition that's dynamically linked, hold the Alt key, and drag this to the background of my menu. Now, as you can see here, there's kind of two elephants. Well, there's one already on the background, and then one in the dynamically linked composition that we brought in. So I'm just going to go to the Layers panel very quickly, click on the menu viewer to highlight the menu, open up Background Details, and turn off the visibility of the elephant layer by clicking this eye icon here. This will ensure that we only have the good moving elephant as a background in our menu. Now, in order to preview motion menus in Encore, we need to first render that menu out. I can do that by going to the File menu, selecting Render, Motion Menus. And before it's done rendering, I'm going to select Preview When Complete. And there's our cute little elephant menu. I'm going to go back into After Effects. If I want to add music to my DVD, double-click the project panel to import some audio and hit Open. Now, while After Effects does have a lot of great audio capabilities, the real audio powerhouse in the production studio is, of course, Adobe Sound Booth. So in the project panel, I'm going to select the audio file I just imported, and right here from After Effects, I can go to the Edit menu and select Edit in Sound Booth. And my audio file is already imported. Also, if I go back to Encore, let's say I'm really proud of my DVD here, my animating elephant, and I want to put it on the web. Encore CS3 introduces the capability to output this straight to a Flash movie. If I go to File, Build, Flash, you'll see that I can output this in the Flash format, and the output is a SWF file, .swf. It never ceases to amaze me how much these programs talk to each other. We took that static elephant from Encore and animated it in After Effects and brought it back in as an animated background. We could tweak sound in Sound Booth and then export to Flash from Encore. The integration between these programs allows for so many more creative options.